Hey Afronauts, it's Aphrodite here, back with another video. And in today's video, I want to tell you guys all about this makeup look right here that I put together. So this makeup look was inspired by my brother. My brother had sent me a makeup look to this that was very similar to this. And then I kind of expanded it and I went to go look for more looks along this line. By the way, I'm calling this look the Star Clown. So it's giving very much clown face, but like star, you know, like it's very starry. So yeah, shout out to my brother. Thank you, brother, for the inspiration and for leading me to this point. Now let's get into the details of this look. So first things first, the first thing I want to talk about is the base. The base is actually my traditional foundation shade mixed with white concealer, LA Pro Girl Conceal. I also did an under eye moment. I used Halo Glow Liquid Filter to conceal, as well as LA Pro Girl, the white concealer. And also I used L'Oreal Paris too. So it was a couple different shades going on because I knew I wanted a pale base because that's what clowns have, right? But I didn't want it to be white per se. I wanted it to give the right amount of ash. Like not too much, not too little. And I think I found the perfect medium by, you know, mixing my traditional shades with the lighter things. Now the next thing I want to get into is the brows. The brows are actually pretty natural. I didn't really do much to the brows. I just brushed them up with my Got2b glue and a spoolie, and then I filled it in just ever so slightly with my Curve Case by Made by Mitchell in the shade Deeper. I used my contour shade actually to help fill my eyebrows a little bit, and then to like make sure it wasn't so harsh, I went back and I put translucent powder all over the brows so that it wouldn't, you know, read too dark. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is the eyes. I'm not really going to talk about the stars yet because I'm kind of talking about everything in order of how I did it. So we talked about the base, we did the eyebrows. Now let's talk about the eyes. So the eyes, I actually did this very dramatic thick wing liner situation. I did cover my eyelids with concealer first and then set it with like a neutral eyeshadow. Then I went and I did the dramatic wing with like a paint-based product. I used the Miran Makeup Paradise palette. You guys are always asking me, what are you using, Aphrodite? What are you using? What palettes are you using? I'm using the Miran Makeup Paradise palette majority of the time. That's like the basis for pretty much all of my most colorful, interesting looks. I'm using the Miran Makeup Paradise palette. And then I'm setting my shit with whatever eyeshadow palette I'm using. It's either gonna be one of three. I have three main eyeshadow palettes that I typically use. It's either the Juvia's Place Culture or Juvia's Place Culture 2, or it's Essence Blooming Wings. So for the black eyeshadow, I used Essence Blooming Wings because that's the only black eyeshadow I have. So that's what I did. Now we're gonna get into the fun part, the stars. Obviously the star of the show are the stars, so I'm going to talk about them in order of the stars that I actually did them. The first star that I actually did was this one. I think this probably is the one that looks the best because it's the most neat one, but this one is my favorite one. Anyways, so I started off with white concealer first. I drew the whole look out in white concealer. I used LA Pro Girl concealer, the white one, and I just kind of used an eyeliner brush to draw a star on my face like how I would on a piece of paper. And how I got this shape was like I literally like started drawing it on my face. I did like, this is how I learned how to draw stars when I was a kid. I don't know if you learned this way. I kind of did like this. Hold on, is it visible? Okay, I did like this. I would do like that, and then this is a really messy version of it, but like this is how I learned to draw a star as a kid. So I did this shape, right? Then I filled it in with the white concealer. Then I set it with powder. The white concealer was basically like a map, like a guide, so I could see like how the shape is looking and decide if I want to tweak it before putting on the color. And then once I was satisfied with the shape I created, I filled it in with the concealer so that it will color everything. And then on top of that, I would put powder. I used Airspun translucent powder to set the white basically so that it wouldn't mix with whatever next paint-based product I was gonna put on. Now, what I did next was I would take one of my paint-based products from the Moran Makeup Paradise palette. Okay, put that shit on. And then I would wait a little bit, then set it with eyeshadow from my Juvia's Place Culture palettes. And then I went ahead and I did the same thing with the outline, except I picked a slightly darker green so that it would pop more. And yeah, that's pretty much how I did every single one. This one was, I think, the easiest to do because it was just like, it was like a and I was very inspired by a picture, an inspo picture that I had. So I knew kind of like how I wanted to place it already. This one, I'm most disappointed in this one because somewhere along the lines it got messed up. This is the second one I did. So I was feeling really confident. I was really proud of myself after I did this one. Okay. And then I moved on to this one and I don't know. I don't know. I started off with the same technique, you know, drawing out the shape with concealer, filling it in, putting powder, putting the paint-based product, putting the eyeshadow, putting the other paint-based product, putting more eyeshadow, and somehow I feel like I made it look like a person that's like literally standing like this. Like it low-key looks like Patrick Star, just like butt naked. Like it's just but I was too lazy to change it, so I just left it alone. Like I tried to fix it, I tried to save it, but it wasn't giving. So of course I had to redeem myself by drawing a big ass star right here in orange. This one I am also very proud of because, okay, come through angles. Come through angles. This is tea. Okay, this one I don't think took that long. I think probably the one that took the longest was the very first one. But once I got the hang of it, it was like pretty easy to just keep moving, you know? Then this one's my favorite one because I was like, this was supposed to be my pink moment, but it's giving more towards purple side. Let's try again. So I started off with, you know, the concealer, filled it in, put the powder, put on the paste base, and then I went in with a pink eyeshadow and I said, you know what? We're gonna make this a baby pink. So I made it baby pink, and then I went and I got my eyeshadow base. I used the P. Louise eyeshadow base and I just used that to carve out the lines on the outside, so I would give that pop effect, you know? And then I set it with eyeshadow, of course. Juvia's Place come through. And yeah, I'm really proud of this because first of all, I think it's partially because I love the color pink. Pink is my favorite color, so I'm definitely biased. But I just love how it looks. It feels different from the rest of them. It's not like the other girls, you know? That's the vibe it gives me. All right, the last star that I did is this one on my nose. This one I have mixed feelings about. From a distance, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's cute. She's eating it. She's taking it. Yes. But when I look at it up close, I can see the mishaps. So I started off, you know, the same technique. Draw it out with concealer, put on the powder, put on the paint-based product, put on the eyeshadow, and then I went for a shimmery thing because, you know, I love to put shimmer at the tips of my nose for highlight. I feel like that's really cute. So I did that and I was happy with it, and I was like, but it needs to stand out. So then I think where things went haywire was when I decided I needed to make the blue outline, and then somehow the shape of the star kind of got shifted because I would draw the line and I would get frustrated and I had to go back and correct it, and then next thing you know, it slowly shifted from where it was initially. But I still think it looks pretty cute. It looks pretty cute for the most part, you know? Now, the next thing I did for this look was the lips. Oh my gosh, the lips. Okay, so the initial picture, the inspo picture that my brother had sent me had black lipstick. But then I had seen a different inspo picture on Pinterest when I was looking up Star Clown. Like I literally searched up Star Clown on Pinterest and I saw one with red lips. And I was like, ooh, that would look so cute. So in my mind, I was like, I gotta combine the best of both worlds. And I said, hey, Aphrodite, you have never tried a two-tone lip with one lip that's completely black and one lip that's completely red. I've done two-tone lip with one that's red and one that's pink, or you know, different shades, but I've never done black and red. So I was like, you know what, today's the day. I wasn't sure how I was gonna pull through with this look. Initially I was thinking I was gonna leave it matte, but then when I was on live somebody suggested that I put gloss on it, and I think I fell in love with it even more. Like it looked like it was missing something, but then that gloss, yeah, that gloss tied it together. It really did. Now, what I actually use for the lips. For the lips, I used the Moran Makeup Paradise palette. Okay, as I did pretty much everything else on the face. Moran Makeup Paradise palette, black, and then the red one, obviously. And then I set, wait, no, I didn't even set the top lip. I didn't set the bottom lip either, now that I think about it. Actually, the bottom lip, I'm sorry, I lied. The top lip is Moran Makeup Paradise palette. The bottom lip is the lipstick by Fenty Beauty, this one. That it's the MVP shade. It's supposed to be the velvet matte lipstick. Yeah, this one is what I put on there. And because the brush that I was using was slightly dirty because I just finished using the black, it ended up creating the perfect, like, deeper red. Like, you can't really tell, but, like, it's slightly darker around the edge of the red as opposed to the middle. I mean, right now it's gonna look a little bit darker in the middle because when my lips meet, I mean, obviously the black is touching the red, but, like, when it was first applied, that was what it was giving. Like I hope what I'm saying makes sense. And then I just put some NYX Butter Gloss on the top, the black one, and then at the bottom I used the Ruby Kisses Balm Gloss at the bottom, as well as some clear lip gloss from Broadway to, like, really make it pop. And then, fun fact, I really wanted to tie in the red more because I was like looking at my face like, there's really no red on your face. What are you doing, girl? What are you doing? So I took that same red lipstick, a dab on it on my cheeks. It's so pigmented. I just, blend it out with one finger, and then we have this very flush blush right here. It's giving clown, which is exactly what I wanted, and I'm so happy with that. And then now for the finishing touches, all I did was put a nice little lash. Okay, I put some eyeliner. I put white in my waterline. I put some black over there. I put some shimmer. I figured this had to be green shimmer, so it would kind of go with the green star. And then this one would be more like iridescent, silverish, almost bluish, because, I mean, why not? And you know what? I am extremely proud. I feel like I say that all the time because there's a lot of pride. You have to take pride in your own work. You just have to. But, like, this one, like, for real, like, not like I was faking before, but, like, if there was ever any doubt, I know I ate Zao with this one. This is just, it's so cool. It's so weird. It's so interesting. It's so engaging. It's so colorful. I think that's what I love about it the most, color. I will never stray away from color. So if you don't like that, if you don't like to see a dark skinned girl experiment with color, I'm not the one you should be watching. Sorry, not sorry. Anyways, yeah, thanks for listening to me yap about this look, and thank you so much for watching. I really, really, really appreciate it. As I always say, please don't forget to like, comment, and follow. Bye.